This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a foundation repair company? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Julie Miller with Premier Foundation Repair. Julie, it's great having you on today. Now, we are so excited to learn more about you and your business. So go ahead and tell our listeners just a little bit more about your company.
Well, I started in this business about 37 years ago and was one of the very few female contractors to start in the business at that time. I think a few more ladies have joined the team of foundation repair people, but it was kind of a novelty when I began this business to have a woman-owned business in a construction field.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a very empowering experience. What made you want to get started with this type of business?
Well, I went to work for a foundation repair company, and I worked for them for several years, and they had a partnership, and as partnerships do, sometimes they broke apart and they all moved out of state. So myself and a lot of the people that I worked with, we were out of a job. So I made the decision to open Premier Foundation Repair and go back to work. So that's what we did. So we've been doing foundation repair for 37 years, and we have very good track record. We have wonderful people that work for us. Our customers are happy. We've branched out into doing some other things. We do some renovations for clients that we do foundation repair work for. We do renovations for other people too, but primarily our clients. So it's a little full service type of business, so that once we fix someone's foundation and they need cosmetic repairs, we come in and help them with those too.
So, Julie, since you've branched out, what is the number one misconception you get asked on the day-to-day when it comes to foundation repair issues?
Well, people are under the impression that foundation repair has to be repeated over and over. And the truth of the matter is if the job is done correctly and the piers are installed correctly, this is not something that has to be revisited every 4 or 5, 10 years. This should be a one-time and done type of thing. Unless, of course, they have a problem in another area of the house that wasn't worked on, then that area of the house may, at some point in time in the future, need more work. But most of my clients, I see them one time, and then I'm kind of done. I don't really see them anymore because they don't really have any other issues.
Now, when it comes to getting started with these projects, do you do any free consultations? Walk us through what that looks like for you.
So yes, we do free estimates for homeowners. So we'll receive a call. We'll take some information from the client, how long they've lived in the house, what symptoms they're seeing of foundation repair. We'll book a time. Either myself or another inspector will go out. We'll do an inspection of the property. We'll take measurements of the interior, slab elevations, or pier and beam. We do those too. And then we make an assessment of what is actually needed for the property to restore it. And then we give them an estimate. And then if they, of course, proceed with the estimate, then we go out and do the work for them.
Wonderful. Now we're going to go ahead and switch gears here. Marketing is the heart of every business. So ideally, where are some of these homeowners you're looking to have as potential clients, and how are you attracting them today?
Well, this is a multi-billion-dollar annual industry in the North Texas region because of the type of soil that we have. So we do some direct mail marketing. We do advertising with Google. We are on Facebook, Instagram, those types of platforms. That's how we gain our customers. A lot of our customers come from referrals, either from engineers or previous customers. So we have a good referral base in our business. we deal with property owners, property management companies, those types of people.
Wow, Julie, it sounds like there's a lot you could educate potential clients on. Have you ever thought about having your own podcast for the business before?
No, I haven't thought about having my own podcast, but I mean, I do try to do a monthly blog to get information to homeowners, and we try to educate people through our Facebook posts, those types of things.
Wonderful. Well, it is clear that you work really hard in this business, but outside of work, what do you like to do for fun?
My fun thing is to travel. I like to travel.
Ooh, okay. Travel. Any favorite vacation spots?
Yes, I typically go to Europe. I have family in Europe, so I go to Europe a couple of times a year, and Spain, Greece, those types of places are my favorite places to go.
Beautiful places. Now, before we close out today, Julie, what is the biggest takeaway you would like our listeners to gather from learning about Premier Foundation Repair?
Well, you have to trust your contractor when you give them a project to do. So a lot of people are only price oriented in their search. They're only looking for the least expensive contractor. So I don't believe I'm the most expensive contractor, and I'm not the least expensive contractor either. I'm going to be somewhere in the middle. And I try to tell people, usually when you use the cheapest guy that is out there, they do that quality of work as well. So you have to have a company that will stand behind their warranty, that has been in business for a long time, those kinds of things. There's a lot of people that call me and say, oh, I've had previous foundation work done and I have a lifetime warranty. And I said, that's great. And I said, where's the company? And they're like, I can't find him. I'm like, well, then your lifetime warranty is really it's not good for you, because they're not here anymore to service you. So that's the one thing I try to educate people with, is to find a trusted contractor.
So, Julie, when it comes to Premier Foundation Repair, what is the feature that your business offers that really makes you stand out in the foundation repair industry?
Well, all of our clients are treated with, personal care. Like we inform them of what's going on in the project, when we start, when we think we're going to be finished, what we encountered during the process. Those are all things. So we continue to have constant contact with our clients as we're doing our project. And then, of course, when we wrap up our project, we furnish them with all their documentation, their paperwork, their engineering reports, all of the things that they need. A lot of our clients are selling the property or buying the property. So all these types of documents are required for their closing, that kind of thing.
Wonderful. Now, final question for you today, Julie. We've covered a lot of great information, but what our listeners really want to know is, where can they go to learn more about Premier Foundation Repair?
Well, we have a website, of course. It's premierfoundationrepair.com. So that's a great place to go to get basic information, or they're always welcome to call my office. 972-417-0823 is my office number. And if I'm not in, I'll be happy to call them back and discuss their questions or their property, what concerns they have. And then, of course, if they want to book a consultation, I'm happy to go see them.
Well, Julie, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.